Good evening, good evening. You got Mofo Hari here. Mofo Hari and Chrismorale are finally in the house. We just flying in the door. And we got a very special show for you tonight. Well, they're all special, but this one is called the WORDLIFE episode. The WORDLIFE episode. Okay? You have heard the words of the man. You've heard him speak. But have you really listened? Have you really listened to what he says?
No, I like English.
Yeah.
Been having a lot of problem with people out here not understanding what I be saying to them. You know what I'm saying?
He says he's got a lot of problem with people understanding what he's saying to him. You know, but today we're gonna look at the lyrics, the rhymes, and he's gonna tell you about.
I'm gonna dumb it down for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff is really important. I'm telling you. I was doing some editing on this, so taking out a few swear words here and there, just one or two maybe, because we don't often swear, do we, Chris? We don't swear in tracks.
Not all the time.
And
we about to set up the Ustream.
Oh, he's found it.
It's danger time.
I thought I was gonna get away.
She thought she was gonna get away tonight. Ustream on.
Oh well.
No.
Oh well.
Not quite.
But the important thing is that we're going to talk about what some of these tracks are, what they mean, what they really mean, and what the thoughts are behind them. And I personally think this is really important for artists and appreciators of the art of rhyme. I think it's really important for you to listen and, learn something,
I come from a time where lyrics, songs, rapping was about lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Spitting lyrics. You know what I'm saying? With people, you ain't worried. People have 5 verses in a song. They ain't worried about doing a hook. They ain't worried about none of that. It was just straight lyrics.
Right.
You know what I mean? Eric B. and Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, Salt and Pepper, and the Queen Latifah, Tribe Called Quest. People like that. You know what I'm saying? People who use lyrics. It's all about lyrics. That's what you remember back in the day about certain songs, which is lyrics.
Unlike today, when you have like similar beats and people just
you know what I'm saying? Like people coming out and this, it's just all about trying to show off and be flashy. Yeah, I mean, lyrics. That's how the whole the rap thing started. People going and they bragging about whatever. But the game elevated itself into including actually saying something.
Yeah.
I mean, these songs nowadays ain't saying nothing, man.
Exactly. Yeah, auto tunes and snappy fingers and stuff like that. But this is real stuff. I spend a lot of time analyzing and listening really carefully because every single time, like I've worked with these guys for 4 years. Yeah. And every single time I've heard these tracks, and I've listened a good few times, every single time I learn something new.
Yeah, oh my God, I wanted to kill her today, man, because
I left a few S and F's out. I skipped over.
Sometimes I just feel like that sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying?
I do understand. They were very clear to me. I mean, like when I was in England, there were like some terms that I didn't understand, or some.
What? Go ahead and say it. What
I don't, like local expressions.
Like what?
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but the things that you would talk about local events or local areas.
Give us an example. We're lost right now.
I can't think of any local.
Give us an example. We are lost. We pointing to we and everybody else are like, what are you talking about?
Well,
make it clear for us.
I can't think of anything particular to New York City or Jersey or Philly. You tell me some of the local expressions.
There's no local expressions.
Yes, there are.
I speak English. I speak better English than most people's parents speak.
He does speak good English.
And yes, English is my first language. So if you hear me say that, I'm just playing with you because I think a lot of people I would just say this, a lot of people get stupid around me. They want me to be like, can you put it in a language I understand? I speak English, okay? Scored high marks in English in school. Speaking and writing. Okay?
Yes.
I've been writing since I was I've been writing stories and at length since the 2nd grade.
2nd grade.
Okay?
Right.
High marks all across the board.
True.
Okay? So I do speak English very well.
Yes, indeed.
Very well.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
In my listening to, very carefully analyzing and listening to these, the guy is, I mean, I've already known he's got talent, but when you hear some, exactly what he's saying in his songs, I mean, sometimes I get so moved that I really do cry. They're like songs like, oh, well, we're going to be playing one of those songs later, but he gets very intense. His passion comes out in his songs, and the way he strings his words together, his lines together. I mean, I am a humble
But it
student.
sounds like baby talk to a lot of people when I do speak, when I do write.
Right.
If you see me writing to you on Yahoo, on MySpace,
Right.
or whatever, I tell people, I give people, actually, it's like this. I'm handing you a gun. Okay,
Right.
do with it what you want. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but I'm speaking to you. If I tell you, this is what I'm saying. Oh, I don't really understand. Okay, if you don't understand what I'm saying, either A, you can call me. I'm allowing you to call me.
Right.
Come into my private life
True,
to
yeah.
speak to me, to hear my voice. Or I have recordings where you can actually hear me speaking.
Yes.
And I tell people this: when you watch a movie and you see somebody reading a letter, normally what the director does to make the people understand what that letter is saying is have it read in the author's voice. So therefore you can hear and actually comprehend what
Yes.
the reader is reading in the movie. I
Right.
tell people to do that. Go hear a piece of my voice. Then your mind, everybody has an imagination, some more vivid than others, but most people have an imagination.
Right.
They can connect it together.
Yep.
They can, okay, all right, he's saying this. I heard his voice before. I know how his inflections are.
Yeah.
You can hear what I'm reading, what I'm writing to you in my voice.
So you
People
hear
do
the
not do that.
accent, you hear
So
it.
therefore, if I give you the tool to understand and you do not take the tool to understand, you do not take the baton, then you automatically fail. You're a failure.
True.
So anybody who hasn't understood me, what I say to them, and when I try to give them an opportunity to understand, and they do not take it, you are a failure.
Right. I
Congratulations,
hear
you've
you.
won again. Pat your back.
You got some treats in store for you here tonight. I'm telling you, hand on heart, this is what I really believe. This had to be done.
Yes.
It had to be done.
Yes. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play these songs from my laptop here, and I would I'm gonna stop them as they go along here and there, whatever, rewind the tracks back, whatever, and explain what I've said. I might be stopping and going here and there. I might let some tracks ride. It depends how I feel. You know what I mean? I have everything loaded up here. You know what I mean? I got 2 discs right here because we're going for 2 hours a night.
Yes, we are.
So if you want to call and get the calls ready to go right now, and get all the calls out of the way, and curse me out, say what you got to say to me, say what up. The number is 609-447-0236. Or you can get at me on Facebook, facebook.com/Chrismorale, CHRISMORALE, Chrismorale, which is constant hip hop realism in speech, making others realize all life every day. Chrismorale. It's an acronym. Look it up.
Yes.
Acronym.
Yes.
All right. No doubt.
And
So,
also madpeople.net.
oh yeah, madpeople.net. You can go to MADDPPULL.net. Click on the chat button and you're right in. You can get at us in the chat room, or you can get on Ustream.tv, and look up the Chrismorale Experience, the Chrismorale Experience. Chrismorale is one word. The Chrismorale Experience.
It's the word.
Yeah, the word. Don't say that.
Word life.
Word life. And that's an old expression from back in the day or whatever. And it's also the name of a rapper I respect named OC. His name is OC. And he has an album called Word Life. And I was just thinking about that. I was listening to the album the other day or whatever. But yeah, Word Life, man. It's like saying word is born or word up, or or saying, indeed or for real, or it's kind of like the exclamation point on the end of a sentence, you know what I'm saying? Or the period on the end of a sentence. Basically you complete a sentence like, man, I'm going to go up there, man, for real. Word life. It is what it, you know what I'm saying? Word is bond. Not word is born, is word is bond. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got the Ustream up running right now. I don't know if anybody can see us out here. Word up, word up, word up. All right, so let's see. We can go into the first joint, man. The first joint. Let's see what we got here. Got little treats and goodies.
What we got here.
say I want my laptop to be banging tonight, and
Oh yeah, bring it up.
I want
Bring it up,
I want the laptop to be out of control tonight. So I don't know if you could push the controls up. Everything is normalized on here, so all the tracks are gonna have the same volume. You don't have to turn your stuff up and down. Yeah. So.
Can we turn it up?
You turn the laptop up. All right, getting ready to play it now. So, first joint we're gonna go into is a joint called City Tell Part 1. And this track here, let me let it ride. Let me let it ride for a second so you can understand what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. It's a story. Listen to the story, how it goes along.
I'm back, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't blame them go home 75 with the Bacardi breeze. Think he was sipping calypso mango, smoking dope, trying to buy trees. Jumping spot to spot, corner to corner.
All true stuff right here that I'm writing.
Nick Crystal speaking sharp. Don't get the fuck up, nigga. She can help to the heart. And I was in the back seat of the black Astro minivan with open hand. He had to go to the street in Marcy Ave, leaving the Bronx for the chronic. And nigga, I was looking for to get bombed, got out, strolled to a brown building, surrounded by criminal cash niggas, thug ass niggas, and where their trees at. He had the Cooper reported, come back to 15. He said I got the box, you know what I mean? Relay the message to my man, and he was like, alright, when the time, come with me across the corner.
Let me pause that right there. Let me set the whole scene up for you. This actually happened.
Right.
At least these two verses did. Verse 1 and verse 2. Alright, I was with my cousin for days. Shout out to for days out there.
Yeah.
No doubt. You're making a surprise face like I'm about to say something crazy.
No, I'm just waving.
Okay.
For days
All right. We was this is in like 97 and when I used to, dabble around with the weed and all that. Okay? So me, him, and he had a girlfriend at the time named Crystal. We was in a van. We took his dad's van. We was going to New York.
Okay.
And we was over there, of course, to get some weed or whatever.
Yeah.
So, we went to Bronx, like he said, and Marcy Ave, deep in the Bronx, and for the chronic, and nigga, I was looking for to get bombed, got out. You know what I mean? That right there.
Right.
That actually, we actually went there, and so I went across there to get, talk to the guy, the dealer, yo, let me da-da-da-da. He said, yo, we ain't got nothing right now, we got to re-up.
Right.
So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not going to come back in 15 minutes. I'm going to have my cousin go back. Because I would think in my mind it would sound crazy if I went back with somebody or I went back myself. You know what I'm saying? I just figured, it'll look better because I never been around these parts before. You know what I'm saying? I'm raised in suburbia. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
That's why he speaks so well. That's just like that whole thing. And then being with the girl over there, and that's all we wanted to do was just get the weed and be out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then she's telling us different things like, you know what, I got cousins around the way or whatever. We can go, hang with them after we get done, da-da-da-da. But I'm going to put the track back on so I'm just setting up the scene for you. It's 97, you know what I'm saying? Weed smoking, that was the thing. New York, that whole area was on fire with the weed and all the drugs or whatever. That was that spot was crazy hot over there. And you'll see as I go along how hot it was. Let's go.
With the city gon' do, evict your team, convict your crew. It's on the block where they're not. Cops searching for the crack around the way from the weed spot. Maintain stash cash when you gotta. Keep your eyes wide, stack lotta, and live proper. Don't live to be your story. The city we tell, prevails. Jesus hell, the city tell. So we took my hands, jetted across the corner, exchanged hands, and hopped in the van, and smelling the dime, pure herbal. Patrick the crystal. She took a whip of the vegetation. I say she had the back, told her it was time she wasting. She was like, nigga, my cousin T, you live around the block from here. So just pull over to the bodega and make a call, and we can smooth from there. Yo, the cops, the deep, yo, she took the trees, put it in the bar with those titties. And just as time told, the cops rolled up, guns out, threw us up on the truck. What the damn, I'm with a smart bitch, and I was just out luck. Crystal on the phone, it's over. And 50's tearing up the weapon, talking about they looking for the hard white pie. Correct inside, we ain't got nothing but weed here. So we see if they got the fuck out of here. I just please don't do it. You see out, convict your crew.
Where we're setting it up where, at the time, here's the funny thing about cops, okay? They will make you believe and make you really underthink in their minds Okay, drugs are drugs. I don't give you caught with a gram of weed, a gram of coke, gram of crack. Yeah, different times because different drugs are different levels of whatever. But they will make you believe that they're just searching for the cocaine or crack. We got weed on us. He says, look, if you have weed, it's okay because we're not looking for weed. It's mind entrapment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some people are dumb enough to fall into that. Oh no, I just had a little bag of weed. All right, boom, you're locked. Got charges on you now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just weird how they actually was doing that, and which was crazy, which was really smart. Like I said about the girl in the song, was that instead of her being searched, like when we got pulled over, she put the bra in her, she put the weed in her bra.
Right.
That's what I said. She put put it in the bra with those titties, and damn, what a smart bitch, and it was just our luck. You know what I mean? Crystal on the phone, bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean? That right there. You know what I mean? She was being smart. She was running to kind of, being out of the way, as if she's not even with us.
Right.
Has the weed on her.
Right.
She's acting like she's on the phone. She ain't on the phone with nobody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the cops are going through the whole joint, and they let us go because they ain't find nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this third verse right here is a little, I tell stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this third part right here didn't really happen, but it adds to, because you're thinking, okay, we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, all we did was end up going to, his house and smoking, whatever. That's not interesting. But a storyteller's going to embellish the story with something that seems interesting.
Right.
And you can see in the third verse what happens in the third verse. Let's go.
Yeah.
Off the box with the knot. Cops searching for the crack around the way from the weed spot. Maintain stash cash when you gotta. Keep your eyes wide, stack louder, and let pop up. Don't let the big story, the city tell, excel, bell, to sell, the city tell, the city tell. Sitting back on the sofa, cigar full of doja. Got crystal cousins till you're sitting on top of me, not just playing. She's sitting next to me, room with smoke patties, playing Madden, casket cream. Getting passed around the room from the speaker, being a sound boom, began right. And shorty swallowed the liquor by the gallons. I'm blasted halfway, my eyes closed halfway, and Lansing crystal in the room, so I'm like boom. I'm trying to split some game down, trying to let this thing down. And yo, issue about it until your eyes clouded, and alcohol bottles all over the floor. Push them out of the way, lay the head down, face this way. Wait, hold up, push that sound. Nah, I'm just hearing things. The reason hearing things, my mind shifting gears and things. And when I hear a quick siren outside, then I'm thinking that's nothing. Shh, I'm about to handle something. And oh shit, blue uniforms and handguns. No time to figure out what the fuck they want. They caught up with us. You can never tell what the city gon' do. Epic your team, epic your crew. It's all the
Alright, so as you see there,
cops searching for the crack around the way.
not all of these
spot. Maintain stash cash when you gotta. Keep your eyes wide, stack louder, and live proper. Don't live to be your story. The city would tell, excel, prevail, shoot as hell. The city tell.
all right. So what you see, what happened, and it was the progression of going to do something. I guess is normal in some people's lives, going to get weed.
Yeah. No,
Okay. Then you have the fear, which is actualized, of getting caught.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you have the turnaround of events, which is okay, we're almost caught, but something, a decoy or some type of thing was ran.
Right.
Then you have the entrapment details, which cops do that to people.
Yeah.
Not saying everybody need to
this.
go out and be doing that, but it's things that they do.
Yeah.
They'll make you feel comfortable. Cops will make you feel comfortable in your wrongness. Oh no, if you high, just tell us you high. We won't take you to
Yeah.
jail. Entrapment, meaning people should be smarter than that. People be a step ahead of the cops. They ask you, you have some liquor in the car? You got liquor in the car? And you know that, and they're not gonna, they're not gonna look. Say no, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got weed on you, say no, I ain't got nothing on me. If you know they ain't gonna search you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I can see if they're in the process of searching, going through your pockets. You can say, I got something in my pocket.
Yeah.
But if you know what I'm saying? But if you know they're not gonna physically do that, nah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so ladies out there, if you're running around with your guy and you got weed or whatever, you go to the weed spot, put the weed in your bra.
Yeah.
No male cop is gonna search a woman.
Better not.
It's against the law.
Yeah.
They might have you wait for a woman cop to come out
Yeah,
there.
that's
Then
fair.
she can unsnap your bra out in the middle of the street if she wants to.
Right. Okay.
But I'm saying, in most cases,
They better not,
nah,
yeah.
they ain't gonna do that. So that's the story. Like you see the progression of events. We get to a comfortable spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the setup of the place,
Yep.
the transaction, and then all of these things that we were talking about, where we're going. We're traveling somewhere. We're going to get traveling, got where we got to go.
Right.
Scene was real comfortable, set up really, really nice. Things were happening. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, that's what I'm saying. My cousin's in the room with the girl, and I'm in here.
It's all visual.
Yeah. About to put my thing down, and we're getting drunk, and we're getting high, and everything is wonderful, everything is beautiful.
See all the bottles.
And then the cops get us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like boom, 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 sad story, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Bottom line, don't live to be a story the city will tell. Excel, prevail, streets is hell. City tell, the city tell. All right,
Don't get sucked in.
Yeah. All right, so next joint right here, since this joint is called, the next song I'm about to play is called "Children of the Night," and that song right there was dedicated to my boys. I'll just say my niggas, my brothers. Yeah. You know what I mean? My family, my boys that I grew up with. True. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was real bittersweet. You know what I mean? Because the bitter part was that I just wanted to go to school to get away from home. To be honest with you, like that was my day camp. My vacation, that was my sleepaway camp, my school, and my friends. Like, if I didn't want to be home, I'd just be in school all day. Right. Or sometimes I not go to school, but if I'm not at school, my boys would, I live around the corner from the school, my boys would come over and hang out with me or whatever. But, it's just different things. Like, you know what I mean? It's just so many things that we all grew up and had similar lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a certain age, my dad left, and most of my boys didn't have dads in their home. So it was like we living like parallel lives, you know what I'm saying? We all around, we all the same age and the same grade and everything. And we was all just, we wasn't like no gang and nothing into nothing crazy. We wasn't into drugs or drinking and, nothing crazy. No violence and nothing like that. Yeah. We just hung out, played pranks on each other, run around spraying fire extinguishers on everybody. Yeah. But at the same time, I was having my own little, quote unquote demons like depression and being like, what I'm saying, like you're at a certain age, like your parents like, all right, something wrong with your brain, let me put you on some pills or something. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of parents do that. Yeah. I can't control my kids, so I'm gonna put them on some pills. That F the kid's brain up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A kid's brain has its own chemistry going. So it was like at the time that I was on that, it actually made me more depressed. So I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? I'm a party. I'm gonna take these pills and I'm gonna drink at the same time, like that type of thing. Right. So that was leading to more depression and then different things. At that time, I also experienced an abortion at the time when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows that, but this is in the story. So like if you hear a part in the story where I'm like too depressed to be in class at all, like that part right there, that's why I was depressed. Because you killing a baby, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. You know what I mean? It affects the man's mind as well. So this is the whole story right here, Children of the Night. And the reason why I named it Children of the Night is partly because of the sample that was used. My Wise in the like, he cut up a song, and that was the name of the song, or what the woman was singing in the song. Right. And also because at that time, when you're, I guess, legally, if you're younger than 18 years old, you're considered a child. Right. Children of the Night. And then also, if you want to even take it further than that, Children of the Night, when it becomes daytime, you're an adult. Now this is our dawn now. Because we're older, children of the night, developing from children of the night. You know what I'm saying? Developing, growing into something else. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then you also think about children, you think about innocence, you think about nighttime, wild, innocence, wild at the same time. And also at the same time, we all hung out at night. I'm talking about wee hours. I'm talking about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We got school at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're hanging out. Right. You know what I mean? Not doing anything crazy, but just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And this is a whole bunch of different events that I'm talking about in here. I mean, you'll see, you know what I'm saying? There's just different things that happened around that time that brought me and my boys together. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm talking about all my boys in there. You know what I'm saying? I said Fiday's song in it, Fiday's name in there. Yeah. My boy Frank, my boy Dez, my boy that I call him my twin because we got the same birthday, my boy Nardo. Right. All of them, you know what I'm saying? Everybody who I had in contact with at this time is in the song. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So you'll hear the song as it go along, Children of the Night, produced by Wise. Let's do it now.
I'll search the darkness all alone. Back in the day before I was feeling black with them every way, making it easy to cool. Times I speak on when it was all cool. It's ominous trekking, back well pumping rules. And we were some young reckless in the rules. Minds philosophical, deep anthropological. Always tight on some shit like nigga, let me ride with you. I remember we used to spit off instrumentals, riding out to see chicks, party deep, rolling ill issue. Like when Frank was in the hospital, running small checks, weight connects and pulling pranks, never really cared. Did it for the sport of it. And back and forth in the circle, the night revolving. My niggas and some in the art of problem solving. The villain from children of the night. Of course, God has had us all lost it. You wanna think back, go ahead. Niggas is so right now. On some other missions and clearer visits and all are missing. And we connect again like we never left. But it's alright, children of the night. Niggas is so roaming now. On some other missions and clearer.
If you listen to what I'm saying in the hook, I said, we some men on some other missions, clearer visions, and no love missing, developing from children of the night. You know what I mean? That thing, like that right there, like just the contrast of men and children. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, with some clearer visions and no love missing. You know what I mean? That type of thing, like just kind of play on words. You know what I mean? Even when I'm saying, you know, look, you know, when I said, you know, say something like about like right here, this part right here.
And no we're missing, and we connect again like we never left, but there's the right.
Just that correlation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Left but it's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right and left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to play on words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of thing that I'm trying to illustrate with my words that people don't really pick up on.
Yeah,
as far as in regular language of people might say things that are like either oxymoronic or sarcastic. But you got to look at the play on words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So here's the second verse. I'm going to go into the second. Oh, you about to say something?
No, just like that. That's one thing that really has come out in quite all the times I was editing the tracks.
Yeah.
The play on words that, you know, and the way that you weave your words together. I just love how you do that.
You know, look back like we never left, but it's all right. Look back like we never left.
Right.
Like we never left. But it's all right.
It's all right because you're moving on.
Children of the night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of thing. So as the story's starting to grow now, you hear in the first verse, like setting it up. Okay, I'm in school, and okay, you dabble with the weed, okay, and then I'm talking about my, you know, my sad things that were happening at the time. Like my boy Frank was in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know, 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at the and which is crazy is that I didn't realize this at the time. But he kind of told me years later that when he was in the hospital, I was one of the only people that came and saw him. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
came from down here, South Jersey, to go to New York to see him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it's no patting on the back or nothing like that, but it's just like, that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? I have no brothers or sisters.
Yeah.
So that's my brother.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I have no brothers or no
I
sisters.
know what you mean.
All right? So that's who I connect with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's how it is. So it's like that type of thing. Like I'm not afraid to go travel and show love to somebody. That's how I am. So if anybody has the idea that I'm wicked and evil, kill yourself immediately. You can get the finger in the camera. That's how I am. I have a heart. You know what I'm saying? It just depends where I give my heart to.
The people, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The people that work closest to you and around you know that already.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's how I am. You know what I mean? But